Hello, grumpy old fart here. Excuse me. I've been doing a lot of stuff on unexplained phenomena, things that we don't really understand or can't explain. Things have been happening for over a long time. The reason I do this is because of the Navy's announcement that UFOs are real. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch my video, UFOs, evidently. Explains it all. But now that they have made that announcement, it brings into question a lot of other stuff that we need to look at again. For years, a lot of these phenomena, different phenomena, people claimed they missing time and a few other things. I'm talking about missing time in this one, but people were kind of scoffed at. Looked, that guy's crazy. He's drinking. He was on drugs. But now that the Navy has announced that UFOs are actually real, we have to go back and look at that with an air of credulity, because maybe they're telling the truth. And if they are, we need to know. I mean, that's a serious issue. We're talking about missing time here. All right, this is reported at alarming rates all over the world. Okay? There's apparently multiple causes of this. People have theorized time portals, naturally occurring or otherwise occurring time portals and wormholes. Blackouts. I mean, that may be a medical cause there. But it's here, and I want to talk about it because this is a serious issue. Alien abductions, and I've talked about them extensively because of the UFO thing, and others. There's lots of other causes, but those are the three main ones that I found. Now, there's a lot of examples of this, and I want to talk about each one of them a little bit. The reason I want to talk about them is because there's more to this. UFOs are real. We know that. The Navy announced it. They can't disprove UFOs. Therefore, we have to take that as fact. If the UFOs are real, this stuff may be real too. And if it is, it could happen to anybody. You, me, anybody. Okay? So, let's look at some of these. People on short drives, like taking a drive down to the store or to a friend's house or whatever, should be like a 20-minute drive or whatever. Turns out it takes several hours. If that has happened to you, you're a victim of missing time. You don't even know it. People on long road trips. Now, this is kind of the opposite. This isn't actually missing time. This is more like, recaptured time. But people on on long road trips that should take several hours or more, and they end up taking 15 to 20 minutes. Far less than it should have. There's a video on YouTube of the Navajo Rangers. One of those individuals, good people, cops, right here in New Mexico and Arizona and places like that. But this guy was taking a drive, and it should have taken him several hours to get there. Turns out he was there in less than an hour. And it's the same stretch of road he's normally drove. He times it because he stops at, I want to say it was a McDonald's or some sort of a diner or whatever, and gets a coffee on the way to the meeting that he attends. Well, it should have taken him several hours. It took him like an hour. A lot less time. Sorry about that. Had to let the kids in there. All right. Turns out people have been missing for periods of time, and they report being in strange versions of our world. Possibly a parallel world or dimension. Now, this doesn't happen as often as just standard missing time, but it does happen, and it happens a frighteningly large amount of time. A large number of times, I should say. It's more than we'd care to admit. Other reports have people going to sleep at their house. They go home, do their thing, go to bed like normal. They wake up days later, somebody's pounding on the door to make sure they're okay. Or they get a phone call, hey, why aren't you at work? That kind of thing. I mean, that happens more frequently than we'd like to talk about. And another one of my favorites, people will walk outside to go take a smoke or to go look at the stars or to look at something or whatever, and they think they're out there for a few minutes, 5, 10 minutes, whatever. People will come out and say, hey, we were looking for you. Where are you at? Where were you at? Well, I was right here. No, you weren't. We were looking for you. You've been gone 45 minutes or an hour or 2 hours or whatever. Stuff like that happens quite frequently. Now, again, we don't know what causes this. We don't know the root cause. We don't know how it happens or why it happens. But if any of that stuff has happened to you, find someone in the field, in, like, for example, ufology or parapsychology or some in a paranormal field, possibly even a psychologist or a doctor. Okay? Find somebody to talk to, because if it happened once, it could happen again. And if it happens again, you honestly don't know what could happen. There's people that, how many people go missing in America and are never found again? Are they all, kidnapped by white slavers or the slave trade and sent in, Mexican drug cartels or whatever? Excuse me. We don't know. But a lot of people come up missing in America. All across the world, people come up missing. And nobody knows why. So if any of this stuff has happened to you, contact someone. Tell someone who can do something about it. Because this could be, I don't know if any of this is real or not. I honestly don't. But if you're being abducted and you don't remember it, that could be a very serious thing. All right? I'm just saying. I got nothing but love for everybody. Be safe. All right? That's my concern. I want everybody to be safe. So again, if any of this has happened to you, contact someone. Tell someone. Okay? And if they look at you like you're crazy, hey, the Navy said UFOs are real. What else could be real? You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.